Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Elder, and a very special friend of mine named Kyler, his sister is going to the hospital next week, and he is a little worried for his sister Brianne because she has to go to the hospital and have surgery. And so I'm going to read a story to Kyler all about the hospital and what he's going to expect when he goes to visit his sister Brianne at the hospital. So, Kyler, this book is just for you. It's called Let's Talk About When Someone You Love is at the Hospital. And I know that you are going to be a great visitor when Brianne is in the hospital. Are you ready? Someone you love is not feeling well. It can be scary when someone you love is not feeling very well and has to go to the hospital. Things at home can change a lot. You may have to help out mom and dad and grandma and grandpa and auntie and grandmama. You may have to make your bed or set the table. And you might really, really miss Brianne when she's in the hospital. And you might miss Mummy while she's there as well. But if someone needs surgery, the hospital is a good place for her to be. There are doctors and nurses who take very good care of people who have to have surgery, and they can help that person get better really soon. Then, when that person is feeling better, they can come home. And that's what's going to happen to Brianne after she's all better from her surgery. Visiting at the hospital. It is really important that you are a good visitor at the hospital, Kyler. One of the very best things that you can do for Brianne in the hospital is to visit her. If you were away from home, you would want your family and friends to visit you. Having visitors lets Brianne know that you're thinking about her and that you love her. You might be a little nervous about going to the hospital, or you might not want to go at all. But that's okay to be nervous or scared. Just remember that a visit from her brother Kyler will help Brianne feel so much better. But there's rules when we're visiting the hospital. Once Brianne is in the hospital, she is called a patient. Patients need lots of rest. It can be hard if you have to be a patient and if you get visitors all the time. So visitors can only come at a certain time of the day. These are called visiting hours. And visiting hours are usually in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon and in the early evening. Hospitals can be scary. A hospital is a very busy place. There's nurses and doctors and other hospital workers always seeming to be in a hurry. Sometimes hospitals smell funny, and sometimes it smells like a bathroom after somebody's just cleaned it. Hospitals can be a little scary at first, but there are lots of people who can help you find your way around. The hospital is a safe place, and it's a good place. People are always helping other people get better at the hospital. Sometimes patients look funny. Brianne might look a little bit funny when you go to visit her. When people have surgery, sometimes they don't look like they normally do. Brianne might have bandages on her. She might have something called intravenous in her arm, and it looks like water going in her arm. But that's okay. That makes her feel better. And once she's all better, she'll look exactly the way she did before. Some kinds of medicines sometimes make people feel tired, or sometimes they act a little funny. But it's okay. Once Brianne isn't taking the medicine anymore, she'll be just the way she was, like you knew her before the surgery. And she'll be very happy to see you. Tubes and machines. Sometimes patients or Brianne in the hospital are hooked up to tubes or machines. It can look a little scary, but the tubes and the machines help Brianne get better. Most people have an IV drip. This is a tube hooked up to the other end of a bag of sugar water, which is food for the people's body. On the other end is a needle that is placed in their vein. And Brienne might even be hooked up to a monitor that goes beep, beep, beep. But that's okay. That's just making sure that she's all right. It's okay to ask questions. You'll see many things at the hospital that you don't understand, but don't be afraid to ask questions. If you want to know a certain question, ask somebody who knows, like Mummy or the nurse or even the doctor. I bet, Kyler, you'll have lots of questions to ask when you're at the hospital visiting Brienne. And you can even ask Brienne. She'll probably know all about it. It's okay to talk in the hospital. When Brienne is there, sometimes it's hard for everybody. It's hard to be away from home. It's hard not to be in your own bed. It's hard not having all your own fun things. And it's hard not having Pugler there. Well, you can ask Brienne how she's feeling. Because some days she might be feeling tired. Other days she might be feeling really good. Or some days she just might want to come home. But that's okay. When you're there and Mummy's there and Daddy's there, it will make her feel so much better. Brightening up the room. Visiting Brienne in the hospital will make Brienne feel better and make you feel better. You can make a special card or a special poster just for Brienne. You can bring flowers, you can bring balloons, you can even bring her favorite stuffed toy. This will make her room bright and cheery and make it feel just like home. So, I know that you are going to take very good care of Brienne when you're at the hospital, and you're going to make her feel very much at home, and you're going to make her feel happy, and she'll be happy to see her brother after she's done her surgery, and Mum will be happy to see you as well. So tell her that you love her, and tell her, get well soon, Brienne. And I hope, Kyler, that you have a good visit while Brienne is at the hospital. Bye. I'll see you when you get back from the surgery.